Hello, world. Welcome to our show, JW Raw with Eminem, coming to you live from the world-famous Jackson Week MMA Academy in Albuquerque, New Mexico, USA. Yes, we are in USA, Albuquerque. This is Mark, and I'd like to give a shout-out to our awesome partners that help us keep the show on the air and keep bringing you some interesting guests from different walks of life. Our fighters and athletes are constantly on the lookout for products that will provide a legal performance edge. Legal performance edge, yes. A couple years back, we came across a nutraceutical company that has an incredible technology. Since then, many of the fighters who train at Jackson Wink MMA Academy have been using their products with astounding success. Unlike most sports performance companies, this company began selling their products through doctors. Their unique technologies help the body heal and maintain exceptional health. For this reason, their products are recommended by doctors worldwide. Yes, worldwide. So how does this translate to sports performance? The truth is, you will never be stronger than you are healthy. How many times have we heard of star athletes who miss a big competition because they're out sick? The same technology that is used to boost the immune system and to detoxify, nourish, and rejuvenate the body is the same technology that boosts strength, endurance, and even cuts unwanted body fat, because we don't want to get fat. We are pumped to finally let you know about our best-kept secret here at Jackson Wink MMA Academy. The company is called RNA Sport. You can find them online at rnasport.com. Again, rnasport.com. Look them up. RNA Sport creates incredible sports performance formulas for elite athletes. Our fighters use and love these products. One of the most important things to know about RNA Sport formulas is their ease of use. It's very easy to use, yes. No more messy powders or hard-to-swallow pills. RNA Sport formulas are delivered directly into the body in a simple-to-take, great-tasting sprays. With high absorption, RNA Sport formulas can be taken immediately before a workout or competition with no lag time. RNA Sport formulas support increased strength and endurance, reduced joint and muscle fatigue, improved recovery, a healthy immune system, optimized metabolism, and a whole lot more. RNA Sport provides benefits and technology unlike any performance products you have ever experienced. I highly recommend you to check out rnasport.com and use their products. They will take your performance to the next level. In our next podcast, we will review the amazing benefits of their specific formulas. JW Raw is happy to also have Fireteam Fit as a longtime sponsor. They are a veteran-owned fitness company that is now partnered with the greatest gym in the world, Jackson Wink MMA Academy. Fireteam Fit is giving a special offer of 15% off. That is right, 15% off all their products, all of them. Go check it out, all their products. All you have to do is enter a code. The secret code is JWRAW015. Again, JWRAW, just like the show, 015. Enter that secret code. You're going to get 15% off everything you buy. Make sure you do that at checkout, and then you'll get that discount. We love having Fireteam Fit as a sponsor since they are family and veteran-owned. That is so cool. We love our veterans. We love our family. Both in one big, happy group. We're happy to have them. It's available on both fireteamfit.com and on amazon.com. Everyone knows how to find Amazon. If you're on Amazon, you're legit. You can go find them on Amazon or check out their website, fireteamfit.com. But don't forget to enter that coupon code. Remember, use JWRAW015.
You're listening to JW Raw with Eminem.
Welcome to the show, Jason. Hi.
You.
How you doing, buddy?
Yeah, I'm good.
Just finished practice?
Doing all right. Doing great. How are you guys?
Very well.
Yeah.
We're living the dream like you, sir.
Living the dream.
So, possibly this weekend we're fighting in New York.
A week from
Possibly
Thursday,
not.
possibly. Yeah,
Possibly
man.
not.
You know, it's up in the air. It's the
It's
life
great.
of a fighter.
It's the craziest thing ever. Bro.
Yeah.
We've got to
Yeah.
recover from that last one, the PFL.
Yeah.
That's now a legendary outburst. But
It was unfortunate.
Wink was pissed. You were pissed. I think we were screaming over here. It was.
I think the whole MMA community
horrible.
pissed.
Yeah.
The whole MMA community pissed for the simple fact that there's nothing you can do about it. That's what's
Right.
kind of crazy.
Yeah,
it's like they can't do no wrong.
Right.
It's like, hey, it's either our way or the highway. It's like, what type of shit is that?
Yeah, Wink said something about appealing it, and I guess you appeal it like right there on the floor, and they decide right
It
there.
wasn't like official.
I think
so you gotta go with the official.
yeah, it was like from they're talking about the instant replay, how that's like a new thing where they can go back and review the tape, and they did that, and the guy just stuck by his, the commission stood by the referee's call.
Oh, that's BS.
So yeah, man, I mean, is what it is, I guess. I definitely could have handled it better, but
No, hell no. that makes for good TV, man.
well, that's what when I kind of looked at it, when I reviewed it, I was like, oh man, this looks just like WWF or something.
Exactly.
Like I'm storming out, I just got hit with the chair or something, and then I knock over the chairs, and then Carlos is following me. He looks like Bobby the Brain Heenan. I mean, this is great for TV.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, they should be actually thankful that you brought so much attention.
yeah. So
It's not like you hit a ref. It just
no,
That
I
good
didn't.
stuff,
Yeah,
so.
I was unhappy, man. I was, it's kind of like as the commission, they're this is my like full-time gig,
Yeah.
So in the commission, these guys are, most of them have even the referees, most of them have daytime jobs and stuff, and it's just
you have to support your family.
yeah,
and
I'm
that's
trying
it.
to. This is my job, so I feel very strongly about it, and that's why I overreacted. I overreacted, and I definitely would have done it different if I could go back and do it again. But the reason for my reaction was just
You did not
the
tap.
premature stoppage,
You did not tap.
and then like just to be surprised at that whole situation, and then to it just it means a lot to me, to come
Especially
out.
when you're winning.
Yeah,
Like, I understand if you were losing, like, oh, fuck it, I was going to lose anyway. But when you're winning,
Right. Yeah, and it's not nothing. Like,
it wasn't even a deep choke, bro. It just,
yeah, it's a competition, but in that moment, it means a lot, So, and I go in there and for the referee, there's no reason not to let that go on, Like, imagine what's the worst that could happen? I go to sleep, like, and another thing is, like, I signed a 30-page document freeing that guy up from any responsibility should I die in there,
Really?
Exactly.
So the contract just takes all it takes all the leverage, negotiating leverage away from us, but it also absolves the referee of any responsibility in the organization, all that shit. I know what I'm signing up for. I'm 36 years old. I came in there to I'd rather in that moment I'd rather die than
go out on your shit.
I'd rather
plus,
just go
like,
out. Just let me
give it a chance. Even yeah. It's a very touchy subject.
Yeah.
It's like,
so.
it's like, what are you doing, jumping in, man? You just put your hand on the floor and went back. It's like how often that happens. Like,
there's no reason not to err on the side of just to give the fighter the benefit of the doubt.
Tap is usually
situation.
multiple, like
pretty distinctive.
Distinctive.
Right.
Not just one touch. You put your hand on the floor and
Right. The
that's
fighter,
how it works.
like especially dude, I'm a black belt. I've been in this game 13 years. Like, when I need,
I know how to tap.
Yeah, if I need out of a fight, I'll let you know.
Yeah.
So, it was not ideal.
What's your black
For
belt
sure.
in?
Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu.
Okay.
Yeah, under Ricardo Laborio.
Wow.
So
Badass.
yeah, I've been 3 years this December will be my third year.
Third year
as a
anniversary.
black belt. Yeah.
Wow,
so.
that's awesome.
Yeah, you got pretty legit jiu-jitsu, man.
You
Plus,
roll with Misha yet?
Yeah,
we rolled. Yeah, we
He's
definitely
always
rolled.
the
He's
tester.
legit, strong as hell.
Well, he's the guy that always
Yeah.
says, he's legit.
Yeah. When I first came, I was giving him shit because I was supposed to be fighting Rashid Magomedov. So I'm like, Misha better not be
playing
spying,
favorites with his Russians.
sending information down the line.
Russian spies, collusion.
Why would I?
Yeah, no collusion at
No.
Jackson
Why would I?
Wink.
This is my jam.
He takes it personal.
He
Just
does,
giving
he
him shit
does.
back. Like, why would I do that?
Why would I do that?
Your W is our W.
Jason, you got the best Misha impression. Let's hear more.
I've been practicing. Why would I do that? I don't have no reason to do that. This is my home.
Yeah, there we go.
As I said, you Should have seen how nervous he got when I started giving him shit. I was like, "Come on, Misha, you know I'm just fucking around."
Yeah, he does.
Misha, you should hire him to answer the phones and emails and all that.
Need a job.
I might need a job actually. Coming up soon. You guys
Need an
got some
assistant.
openings.
Yeah, but you have a gym too, bro. So
I do, yeah,
You know,
yeah.
it's not like you said, man.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
fighting is just you're still young, man. You have many years left of fighting, especially
Yeah.
you're pretty healthy.
Yeah.
You haven't taken that much damage, man. You have what 30-some fights?
I have I got 28, something like that. 20,
Almost
something like
30,
that. Yeah.
Close to 30.
So.
Yeah. Plus
So you
all the experience, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
You
For
also
sure.
got the podcast going on. We heard about.
Yeah, I could do a podcast with my friend Ramon Larkin. It's called the Trap House Variety Hour. We're on kind of a break right now because I've been out of town a
Well,
lot
obviously,
since
camp.
pretty much since May, I guess. I've been.
He doesn't
I've
want to
been
do it
down
without
here.
you. He's like,
Yeah, no.
It's
he's-
era of
that's my guy.
podcasts, man. Everyone just want to sit and
Yeah.
bullshit in the mix.
Yeah,
man.
well,
It's fun.
it's fun. Yeah,
Get
it's
out to an
fun to
audience
just-
that wouldn't normally get to see you in person or
Yeah.
listen to you. Or,
Yeah, even if a couple people listen and not like a whole lot, man, still kind of
Right.
cool. Whatever.
You know that the main thing about podcasting that I like, twofold, like listening to podcasts, you get two people just talking and breaking down ideas over a long form, so you really get to see what people are thinking, not just like a 5-minute snippet.
exactly.
Yeah.
And then on this end, like, we're all in here talking, and none of us are going to touch our phones for an hour, So,
True, actually.
Well,
I like that.
yeah.
Well, I don't know.
Well, man, you know what I mean, though. Like, we're just
but
talking
for the
and
most
whatever.
part, this is
Yeah.
only time I actually
Right.
put my phone away and
Right,
don't look
right.
at it. Like very.
Yeah, so we're having conversations, and
That should
you
be
know,
our sales pitch. A sales pitch.
Exactly.
Like,
Put your phone away.
Put your phone
Put your
away,
phone
man.
away, come
Get
check it
away
out.
from your phone for an hour.
Yeah.
We won't get any sponsorships by Verizon or
right.
T-Mobile with stuff like that.
No.
No, they can actually piggyback of that too.
Yeah.
They say, you have our phone, you put it down for now.
Yeah, just put it in a box.
Go
when
buy
you come
our
in the
phone
door.
and put it down for now. So,
Yeah, I think that's the main appeal of podcasts. People want to listen to, talk, and it kind of is going back to the old school radio ideas, where people just gather around the radio and listen to people chit chat,
True, yeah.
So-
Joe Rogan made it so popular, man.
Yeah.
Well, he's definitely the senior.
The GOAT.
The senior guy.
Yeah.
He's the GOAT of podcasts.
And his numbers are like
Insane.
blowing out, like
Insane.
even like conventional, like CNN and Fox News, just blowing those numbers out of the water, which
yeah.
is
no
crazy,
one because no
you
one
know?
wants to listen to the crap.
Well,
that's
he's
in
a
there, because it's
he's a
all-
media entity. Yeah.
He talks. He's no like, propaganda or making anything. He just
Right,
talks to
right.
people, whatever, and they just.
Right. I think that's what people are
It's
hungry
unscripted.
for.
It's all
It's
unscripted.
unscripted.
Yeah.
So I like to just like, you speak your mind. You
Yeah.
speak whatever,
Yeah.
Even though you
Yeah.
still have to, with his platform, you have to kind of watch what you say too, because then
Yeah.
people take it out of proportion. But yeah, man. So cool, man. You've been with us already. How long?
I was about to say how many camps now.
This is a second camp, but we came down. Myself and my wife came down for the track and field indoor nationals. I think it was like February,
Oh wow.
and that's the first time I came and worked with Frank and,
I remember
and
that.
those guys. And then I came back probably like, I guess maybe like end of April. Stayed a couple weeks, and then I came back for another 4 weeks. So I've been here most of the spring and summer. I guess.
You like it
know?
here?
Yeah, I do like it here, man.
Something about Albuquerque
I like-
captivating you, like getting you inside.
Yeah.
And just don't want to leave.
I like Albuquerque as a town, and I like as a training camp town. It's really good.
Nothing
Just
to
nothing
do,
else to
just-
do.
well, there is stuff to do. It's
Yeah.
just not stuff that's it's like good for fighter stuff. Like
mountains.
you go out and
conditioning,
hiking, you're
yeah.
doing that kind of shit. You're
Yeah.
not, and there's no partying to do. That's for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
But that's not really my thing anyway. But
Yeah.
you
So-
know, every now
Especially
and
with
then
a
I'll
wife and kid. Yeah.
right. Every now and then I'll be out there. Just I don't know. I never have fun when I go out, but every now and then I'll go out anyway. But there,
watch fights.
yeah,
That's the most we do, like on weekends, just go out and
Yeah.
watch fights
yeah.
somewhere in a bar or whatever.
And the gym, speaks for itself. It's I've had a lot of fun with these guys, man. Frank, Coach Wink, Coach Jackson. Everybody
so many
here.
people.
Harry. These guys are all awesome.
You're still
great
learning, huh?
coaches. Yeah.
Still learning.
So that's the coolest part for me is just to come down and be a student. So
I was going to ask you, what's the big difference between ATT and this camp? I'm just curious.
dude, I like it ATT as well, and I've been
course,
there.
that was your
I was
home
there
for a long
for a long time. I didn't live down there. I never made the full-time transition down there, but I did, probably 5 years of worth of camps. I like ATT, you know, but I really don't like Florida, you know,
Florida,
and I'm not sure why. I like the beach.
I don't like humidity in Florida.
Well, in Kansas City, the humidity is just as bad.
It's bad.
But
Yeah, you got a lot of water over there too.
I like the guys at ATT are awesome, man. They have a world-class training facility down there now with the new place. I mean, they have everything a fighter could want, really. I mean, they have great dorms. I mean, great coaches, all that stuff. But I'd say the main difference is, you know, I'd say the main thing is kind of like this, like a more of a Spartan atmosphere here, you know.
Really?
And it kind of feels like to me at ATT just a little too, and this is, I don't know, but I need a better way to put this, but it's like with the new setup that they have over there, it almost seems like too like a Disney World.
Maybe,
Disney World?
Not like Disney World,
Well,
like it was just like too kind of not commercial. I'm trying
Touristy,
to find a better word for it, you know, but
No, I get
just
it.
wasn't, you know, it was just felt like it was too big for me.
Well, I think
you
that
know,
structure, here, I mean, there is a schedule, but I mean, everybody's coming in and doing their own thing still, and it's probably very different over there as far as the structure.
Kind of raw, you'd say raw.
Right, and with the bigger setup over there, kind of, because I was there before they moved into this new place, you know. So with that much space, it kind of. Have you guys heard of Dunbar's number? Dunbar's number. It's like this. It's a stat that says that when a group grows over a certain number, they start fracturing off into certain smaller groups.
Okay.
So that's what's going on over there.
Really?
Like, you know, you find these cliques and
Jesus Christ, that's not the first time I
Yeah,
heard it.
it's impossible to avoid. Dude. There's just the place is too big and there's too many people.
I trained
you know?
in ATT back then, but then that's even when then they were saying the same thing. That just, you know, Russians are there, Brazilians are there, Americans are there, and everyone kind of eyeing each other.
Yeah, it's impossible to avoid. And the main thing that kind of, I probably would have went down there if not for this PFL tournament and the setup there. But you know, Will Brooks was there. My opponent was going to be down there. Rashid Magomedov was going to be down there. Then Natan Schultz is down there as well. And then one more guy, and in my weight class. So there have been a third of the competitive 155 training alongside each other. Yeah, and I'm just like, man, I just didn't want to deal with that.
Well, look what happened with now Perry and Cowboy. It just got announced. What do you think of that?
Man, those guys are cool with it. I mean, it's not like they're best friends or anything. You know, they train together a few times.
It's their first camp.
So I mean, you know.
It's funny what Frank posted, man. Like Jackson Wink versus BMF French. Frank is already instigating shit.
And you've done both. You've been to both places, obviously. So
it's just Cowboy's little camp.
Yeah, it's just that's just build up.
Cowboy is Jackson Wink for life too.
Yeah,
so
his pictures on the wall. It's not like
that's just build up. You know, it's just. I mean, there's gonna be a lot of eyeballs on that fight anyway. But you know,
our gym is getting so much attention right now.
Yeah.
But that's what happens. Someone wrote, it's like that's what happens when you're one of the highest producing gyms, UFC gyms. You're gonna have top guys like that.
Sure.
And that's what Wink always say. Like if we're at that level, obviously, like when we get someone to that level at that level, it's actually kind of like we did our job.
It's good for the gym. Yeah, of course.
We both, you know.
That's the credit to the gym.
It's our third.
Sure. It's not like we put them against each other and we want to do that. No, we don't like watching it. Most of us don't want to see it.
Yeah.
Because we like both guys and we're friends with both guys.
Right.
Personally, I don't want to see it. Like when Andre fought over Reem, I didn't want to see it.
Yeah, that was a rough time.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, so. But it's inevitable, and take it for what it is.
It was an omen. It was an omen when they sparred a few weeks back.
Start with John and Rashad. Remember?
Yeah, that was.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so this is the third time that
was the first big one. I guess
that was the first big one.
No, there was. Well, you kind of because someone posted Andre versus Brown, but Brown wasn't right.
Travis, that's right.
So he wasn't training here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I used to have a different attitude about that, but as I get older, I'm just like,
just a fight.
Whatever. Yeah, it's just a fight, you know.
Just like you were duking it out right there.
It's just business, you know. I mean, if Cowboy and Perry are gonna go make some money together, you know.
We'll have a beer after the party.
Yeah, I mean, you know, it's a rough game, you know. So it's got its own. I don't want to say like speed bumps, but like. It's got, you know, particular problems that you have to deal with in certain businesses, and that's one of them in this business. You know?
The biggest question we get now is who's scoring who.
Yeah, I think that'll be pretty cut and dried, right? Like Frank in Perry's corner, Frank,
sure.
Wink, and then one of Perry's guys.
And Greg, will be in there.
And then Greg. And,
yeah, but that one will never happen though. Where Greg cornered against Wink. That never happened. So
that's never happened.
Never happened. I think it'll never happen. They're not going to corner against.
So Perry's last fight was Greg, Wink, and Frank. So
Wink never. I don't think ever cornered Cowboy, but Greg always does. Okay. So that's kind of weird. I'm thinking that Wink might take himself out of the equation. Just
really?
Like Greg and Frank versus each other.
Yeah, that might be weird.
I actually got to ask him a question.
That's actually more weird than the fight, honestly.
Yeah,
well, it's also weirder than the Overeem Arlovsky thing too, because Overeem always brought in a lot of his own coaches anyway.
Yeah,
so
Overeem always had.
It was separate. It wasn't dividing anything there. So this one is definitely new.
And then what sucked about it that people like when Andre lost, and even because Greg went on Wink and everyone cornered Andre, and then when people were talking shit about like you picked the loser, you should have picked the winner. It wasn't even like that. It wasn't like we're like banking. They weren't banking on someone. It just like I said, Overeem has always his guys. And Andre been such a good friend with Greg and Wink for so long, and it's just like a no-brainer.
Right.
So, but usually it's no feelings like that involved. We're like, I don't like you, I'm going to be against you. No.
Yeah, no, it's just
hopefully
business.
That never happens with you. But
I'm sure if I fight long enough.
Hopefully it does actually at that level.
Yeah.
Wow, at that level.
At that level.
Yeah. I mean, if I fight long enough, I'm sure it'll happen. 13 years I haven't fought.
Have you ever fought a friend?
No, never have. I don't think I've ever even fought like somebody I knew, really. Cool. So
it's a small fight. It's a small world, I guess, the fight world when you think about it. So I guess it's.
So now, if you do fight in PFL, where does that put you? Like once you fight, you still have an opportunity if you get back in to rebound and come back.
Yeah, it's all based on points. So they're gonna seed the tournament, the 8-man tournament, based on these first 2 fights. So obviously the first fight I came out with 0 points. So if I could, even if I just win the second fight and get 3 points, I'd probably still get into the tournament. But it'd be nice to get a finish and get 4, 5, or 6.
And his opponent got 0 points because he missed weight, right?
Right.
Yeah,
that's right.
Another one. Yeah, it's another one that's like, good.
He won, but he didn't get any
good
points.
that you bring it up because like by 8 pounds, right?
Yeah.
So you accept the fight. So you accept the fight with a freaking heavy ass dude. Yeah. They fuck you on that.
Right. Here's the irony of the situation. If I had turned down the fight, they came to us and they were like, okay, he's not gonna make weight. He's gonna be 160. I'm like, all right, whatever. He's gonna be 160. We'll take some of his purse, whatever. He gets in. He's 162. Yeah. And so then we start thinking like, I was like, I'm fighting. I'm here to fight, whatever. And my wife was there. My manager, Frank, was there. And they were kind of all like, because PFL offered us, show money and 3 points.
Oh, yeah. Well,
just to not take the fight, And I'm kind of like,
not to take the fight.
Yeah. And I'm like, man, I don't know. I haven't fought in a year. I'm ready to fight. Like, so I wasn't really hearing none of that, So I took the fight and it went how it went. So if I'd have sat out,
yeah, you would have made out better. That's crazy.
And I wouldn't be dealing with those other nonsense.
But that's a fighter, man. You took the fight.
Yeah, you can't second guess that shit, man.
That's why they should like put everything behind and just move forward, man.
Yeah.
Why punish someone like that for something like that? And anyone would have reacted probably the same way.
Yeah.
Especially when it's happening to a second time already in your career. Just like it just.
Yeah.
Kinda.
I don't know, man. I'm still pretty like, I'm pretty distant from the whole thing, I haven't really sat down and thought about it too much, but
you're a nice guy, man. Just freaking just on their own end of a decision and in certain ways, but it's whatever.
Yeah,
life goes on, right?
Yeah.
So where did it all start? High school? You had Division I wrestling.
I wrestled in I've been wrestling since I was little, man. I started when I was like 9 or 10, and then I quit all my other sports when I started wrestling.
Where'd you wrestle in college?
University of Nebraska.
Nebraska.
The good wrestling program?
Yeah. Yeah, we're really good, man.
Cornhuskers.
Jordan Burroughs is
He's Nebraskan?
Yeah, he's in Nebraska. James Green. We got we got 3 people on the world team, I think.
Wow.
Jordan Burroughs.
James Green, Jordan Burroughs, and I feel like I'm missing somebody, but at the training center, there's a T-shirt that I'm wearing.
Nice. Oh, that's Nebraska.
Yeah.
What's the number 1 producing college in the States?
Right now, probably Penn State.
Penn State?
Mm-hmm.
Iowa's strong.
You always hear Iowa.
Yeah,
What are the top
Iowa's
5?
good. Penn State, Iowa, Ohio State. I could be messing this up. Nebraska's in the top 10, and then we're on the way up. We might be top 5 this coming year, though.
Okay.
We got a really good recruiting class, and we got a couple transfers in. So I think we could be pretty good this year. We might be top 5, which will be for the first time in maybe like 15, 20 years, something like that.
So you did wrestling, and then you just said, I'm going for this black belt jiu-jitsu too. What the hell?
The black belt, that was kind of like, that was way after I started fighting even. Like I started, I went to my last semester in college after I finished my eligibility. I went to Costa Rica and did a semester.
Really?
Yeah, it was just fucking
That's out there.
Yeah, how earlier I was saying I was fucking around in college. This was like part of that. I just went to Costa Rica to basically because I had some college left and I could you know,
something different.
Yeah. So.
But you worked yourself up to the black belt, right? You actually worked gi, right?
Sure.
So all this time,
of course.
Because under the Bora, you have to train gi.
Definitely.
He's a legend, man. I met him. Man.
Yeah, he's amazing.
Amazing guy.
Yeah.
So I got the top 5 schools according to the rankings. It's Penn State, Ohio State, Missouri, Michigan, Oklahoma State. Johnny Hendricks is alum. And the 6th one is
I was wrong.
NC State. 7th is Iowa. 8th is Lehigh. 9th is Arizona State. And
Arizona.
10th is Virginia Tech.
So Nebraska's not even up there.
Hey, what is that, preseason?
Yeah, preseason. Well, as of February 20th. Nebraska.
Oh, that was the top.
The 13th.
Top NCAA's, right? Yeah.
Still, that's the
So
Division 1.
And you were Division 1, right? You actually wrestled for Division 1. It's the cream of the crop, man.
Yeah, it was.
I still couldn't get confused with like D1, D2, and all that stuff. But I get. I know that D1 is the best.
Division 1. I mean, it's just basically like a
support system type thing.
That and like school size type thing, you know. So.
Oh, okay. All school.
Yeah.
That's right.
So, yeah.
Like we have Cooper from Iowa. He's D1. Cooper's nasty.
Yeah, he's very good.
You wrestle with Cooper?
I've wrestled with him here. Yeah. He's younger. I'm fucking old, bro. What's Cooper, like 22?
Yeah, I was going to say, what's he, 19, 20 years old?
I'm 36, bro. I'll be 37 this year.
Yeah.
So I'm a little older than him, but
I can see him being like
he's legit.
Big
He's
dude.
a good kid, too.
Oh, yeah. He's a tough round, man. You get a hold of him, and he's legit for sure. He's going to be good.
Well, he's taught some classes down there, so some of the amateur classes and stuff, too. So he's a great asset to the team, definitely.
Yeah.
Do you still in communication with Labora? You talk?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I talked to him last week.
He's the original Carson Gracie, right?
Yep. He was he was the rumor or whatever that's saying is that he was like Carlson's #1 competitor, you know. So he's legit.
I have a little lineage from that direction too. Because I traveled. I got my purple belt from Edson Carvalho. He was one of their OGs of Carlson Gracie and training with Labora and stuff.
Yeah, man. Everybody. I mean, not everybody, but a lot of people in the jiu-jitsu world are Carlson Gracie in some form or another. You know, the major school at the other major school in Kansas City. Kansas City BJJ, KCBJJ is a Carlson Gracie affiliate. You know, they're under Hanato Tavares. So, yeah, it's pretty widespread. Carlson
With me,
Gracie.
it's crazy. I have my blue belt on the Hanzo, my purple belt on the Edson Carvalho, which is Carlson Gracie.
No, you got your brown
and
under.
brown behind the Tusa Gracie belt.
Oh, nice.
It's just like
He's a world traveler.
I'm moving. Yeah.
He finally found a home, though. He'll get his black under Tusa. So.
Nice. I did. I started out in the gi. I didn't start in the gi until I did one gi class when I first started training in Lincoln, Nebraska, and I got my ass kicked, and I never went back until I moved to California. I walked into. I actually lived down the street from Kleber Luciano's studio, and so I walked in there one day and put on a white belt, and and then
Never look back.
Never look back. Yeah, I got my.
Gi's addictive, man.
Yeah, it is actually. It's more like a puzzle. It's kind of like
to me, it's like when I put it on and you tie that belt on, it's like some kind of like honor, like to your own self, and like some kind of like.
Yeah, you're like that picture. When you put
like
on your gi, you look like you feel like a samurai.
Like samurai, yeah, like
tying that belt. Yeah,
exactly. That feeling that means something. That, you know,
well,
like deep down,
it represents like a.
Because in wrestling, you're good, this and that, but you don't have actually any specific like you know.
No rankings.
Yeah. Plus, I feel it's like you're putting a weapon on. You know, like you're putting your weapon. It's because gi is a weapon.
Coat of arms.
Sure.
I choked him out a couple times with it.
There we go. The story comes up every time.
This is the 12th week that we've told this story.
Every time we talk gi,
my second class ever, he chokes me out. He thought
that
was going to be a motivating factor to keep on going.
Because I keep telling him, I tried to get him into jiu-jitsu because I'm a big advocate of jiu-jitsu. I've been training gi for like 10 years. I'm like, come in. So you put the gi on, and if we can, I thought,
choke him out. You're supposed to be nice to him.
No, because the first time I ever walked into jiu-jitsu and hands of grace, I got my ass like handed to me, like, you know, and I hated the feeling of it, and it made me go back. I couldn't believe that another human being can put me through a grind,
like
I'm
missing something.
Making me miserable like that. I'm like, no way I can let someone do that to me physically. So it's like, it was more of a pride thing. So like I kept coming, and just like, and then you learn and you learn and you learn. You're getting better and you get better, and then you start surviving, and then you start applying, and then it just hooked. Yeah, you're hooked. It's like a drug.
It's a steep learning curve, man. Especially, I mean, not especially in the gi, but anytime somebody walks into a jiu-jitsu class their first time, you're gonna take an ass whooping.
Oh yeah,
of
course.
And so it kind of teaches you to invest in failure. You know, you're going to get in there and get killed. You know, like you said, it's like you got to learn to survive before you can even start attacking people.
So they say 3% make it to black belt. So think of how many people drop out just to get it. It's one of the most popular sports in the world.
3 of 100.
Yeah.
Well, and then people get injured too before they ever get that far. The Brandon, you met Brandon Hussey, that trains with Winky. His mom trained for years, made it up to brown belt, and just kind of crippling injury where she just can't train at all
when I
anymore.
talk about jiu-jitsu, she's like tearing up. We have here. I started talking like it's life, like how like I'm talking about my experience, how like I would die if I didn't have this outlet. and she's like, she's like tearing up, bro.
Yeah, that sucks.
Whoops.
Can't train, man. That's brutal.
But so you think about it. I mean, all those years of abuse, getting twisted every direction, and your back is.
I tell you, this is the only hour. Like when I go, even gi or no gi doesn't matter. It's when I feel alive. Like when I feel something.
Yet every day he's complaining, "Oh, my back hurts, my shoulder hurts, my knee hurts."
You're gonna be in pain either way. If you just sit around and don't do anything, you're gonna be in pain.
I always say, if something doesn't hurt, something's not right. That means I'm not training right. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Either the pain of discipline or the pain of
And what's crazy, whenever everything hurts, you hit the mats, everything goes away.
Yeah, after you warm up, dude. I tell people that too. I'm like,
coming in like
warm up a little bit.
Coming in half an hour early, do my warm-ups, and then stay half an hour late to stretch.
Cool down.
So I started doing that because I'm getting older too.
Yeah. Yeah, it's important, man. You know, you got to warm up. A lot of people, especially younger people, because they don't need to, obviously, but... You know, the warm up is like neglected. I got to get my blood moving before I get going, man. You know,
so your daughter's what, 9 years old?
She's 9. Yeah, she just turned 9.
Have you got her involved in any kind of martial arts stuff yet?
She's hard-headed, man.
Dancing? What's she doing?
She likes gymnastics. She really likes piano. You know,
piano.
Yeah,
that's cool is that?
Her thing that she really likes now. She's
good for her.
She's a little artist. So, but
you got to stay active though. And gymnastics perfect for her.
Yeah, she stays active. She does. You know, she's doing all kinds of sports, and she doesn't love anything yet though as far as sports, you know. And I try to get her to like kickbox and hit pads and stuff, and she'll do it, but she doesn't really.
She's like, "This is your thing, Dad."
Yeah, she doesn't want to do anything that's not her.
She wants girl stuff. Yeah,
she wants her own thing. You know,
that's cool. So. You never know; she could change and say, "Man, I want to be a fighter, Dad."
I don't want to force it on her just because. You know,
it's got to come naturally.
Make her bitter. You know, I was excited to get her down here to see all these tough chicks training. And that kind of thing. I like to get her around that. So, plus her mom's an athlete. I'm sure she'll settle in.
Mom's a track athlete. Sorry.
Yeah, track. Yeah, former American record holder.
Holy crap, that's awesome.
Yeah, she's legit.
And what was her record in?
Her record was 939 in the steeplechase.
Holy crap!
What is that?
The steeplechase is like I call it human equestrian. It's just like a yeah.
Where they're jumping
you're jumping in the water pits and over the hurdles and all that shit.
Okay.
So yeah, she was
Olympic sport.
9:39. The year it became an Olympic sport. She set the American record at the Olympic trials, but
that's awesome.
But it was the year before, or the Olympic cycle before they had women's steeplechase in the Olympics. So she didn't
go figure, man. This always happens like that.
Yeah. So.
But still, that's an honor to at least have that record. You know,
yeah,
it shows what kind of an athlete she is to get to that level.
Yeah, she's legit.
Olympic level.
You guys ever consider moving here, maybe? Or no?
We have pretty open-ended like lifestyle. She works. She owns her own business. She's kind of like a partner now in a commercial real estate business.
Nice.
So she works. She actually has an office at my gym. So she either works from home or she works in an office.
Anyway.
So we could definitely get a move on. You know, we moved from California to Kansas City just to be closer to family and stuff like that. But you know, New Mexico's not that far.
Yeah,
I wouldn't mind getting out of Kansas City.
I
like home, but you know, I don't know. I get kind of like restless. You know.
How long do you think of fighting it? Like, are you gonna? How much?
I don't know, man. I was just talking about fucking walking away. Actually, like with this whole fiasco, if for some reason the commission were to do some like suspend me or something, I just don't know if I could keep it up. You know, I was kind of just kicking it around. I don't know if
time will tell.
Yeah, you know, I don't know if I could. I don't know, you know. It just makes me bitter and like angry.
So you give so much energy to that sport. I mean, you're a pretty big name, bro. I mean, you've been around for so long, man. People know who Jason is. I mean, you fought like everywhere, right? I mean, you fought here. What other organization?
I've been around, man. I fought in Dream. I fought in Strike Force back in the day. UFC, Affliction,
just everywhere.
Yeah, I've been around a little bit.
What's your favorite fight?
Yeah. Favorite fight that I've had?
Yeah.
It's like asking favorite kid.
Yeah, I mean, dude, I just like fighting. Honestly, I really like getting in there and fighting. I had fun when I fought Andre Galvao back in the day. And
you fought Andre Galvao?
Mm-hmm. In Dream.
Yeah.
How'd that go? Fight. I won. I won a decision.
You beat Andre Galvao.
Yeah.
Like, beat Andre from Atos.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. I don't remember the fight. I know he fought.
Yeah. He fought.
I think I might.
No, I don't. But the way you're getting excited about it.
Oh no, I wasn't his last fight. I think Tyron Woodley was his last fight, which was right after me. That was fun.
Yeah, he's a legend.
Yeah, it was a tough fight, man. Dream was, he had the first round was 10 minutes.
Okay.
Wow.
And then one 10-minute round and then a 5-minute round, which I actually didn't mind. Dude.
How was it 10 minutes? What's that about?
That's how Pride used to do.
Yeah. Well, in championship fights they do a 10-minute round and then 2 5-minute rounds.
Wow.
But then in a regular fight they just do a 10 and a 5. And I kind of like it, dude.
That's crazy.
Because the action doesn't get broken up after 5 minutes. You know, and then the second round seems like a snack, like it's over just like that. You know. So the first round, dude, I planned to stand up with him, but I ended up fucking taking him down for some reason. And he swept me, and then was on my back for like 7 minutes of the round. Jeez. And then in the second round, I came back and was able to. Put him down a couple times.
Wow, having your back and not submitting you, bro. You're fucking legit.
He had my back for 7 minutes.
That wrestling kicked in, man.
Yeah, it was crazy.
I might have seen highlights. I haven't. I know I haven't seen it. Andre Galvao is one of the greatest to ever do it in jiu-jitsu.
Jiu-jitsu guy.
He owns the Atos Jiu-Jitsu school in California, San Diego. Yeah. And he is like...
He's big as fuck now. We couldn't be fighting anymore, bro. I'm at 55. He's got to be way over 200 right now.
So were you a black belt? Were you in jiu-jitsu at the time? So you were just wrestling background back then. Wow.
I didn't do any gi training back then.
They had to frustrate him, bro.
He's actually...
It's like this damn wrestler. How the hell's he surviving this?
After that fight is when I started training in the gi.
Okay. How did you win though?
Decision.
Yeah.
One decision.
So just what made it for decision? So when
I dropped him
throwing him off his back.
I dropped him once in the first round before the takedown, and I dropped him in the second round, I think.
He didn't have that many fights, right?
He was like 6-0 when we fought. 5-0.
Oh, okay. So
you broke his winning record.
Yeah.
It's like with Marcelo too. It was sad to see. Remember Marcelo only one fight.
That was another fight that they floated right before. They were like, it's either gonna be Marcelo Garcia or this other guy.
Oh, so you could have fought Marcelo too.
Yeah. So
Misha's like, this is badass.
I'm a huge jiu-jitsu freak, like in a way of like
he knows those names.
Like I'll see MMA fighters, like and all cool, even though like high level, like you get excited, whatever, man. But like if I'd see Marcelo, like I'm just like a fanboy, man. I have to see like with my, like go around, be like,
that happened to us in Vegas.
Who's that guy we saw in Vegas?
I just hang out with what's his name?
Some Brazilian guy in Brazil.
Raul asked him in Russia, man.
Oh yeah.
Like a little freak.
Yeah, I remember that dude. Actually, speaking of Estima, right after I fought Gavao, he went to ADCC. And remember that famous
triangle?
Yeah, got caught in that famous Estima lock. Not the Estima lock. That's the ankle lock. But the triangle, the reverse triangle.
Was pretty epic. Yeah,
on Grappling Mag. He's an upside down.
It was him.
Triangle.
It was like I was sitting and we're having beers, man, with him, Robert Drysdale, and one of the top competitors in Gracie Barra. Big guy. Tucson knows him, I forgot the name. Anyway, but it was just like the elite of jiu-jitsu, so I was like, damn.
That's pretty sick.
Yeah.
Because Misha gets real excited with this stuff.
No, he's a fan.
He is.
Fan of jiu-jitsu. Like I love MMA, but I'm around MMA guys. But I don't know, for some reason, like the high level of jiu-jitsu.
Yeah, you got the shine knocked off of these MMA guys. You see them every day. Some of the best in the world,
Yeah. I just know how hard. I mean, I understand MMA is hard, but the jiu-jitsu just cause it's special to me. Something I train.
Yeah, we see these guys training every day. I mean, it's fascinating to see, and you kind of take it for granted because you see people coming to the cafe, and it's like this is like the coolest thing in the world for them, and they want to get autographs and pictures and stuff. And to us, it's like, oh, jeez, don't bug these guys, But to them, it's everything. It's funny. Literally, people travel from around the country. The 66 tour or whatever, they'll stop in. Oh, this is on the list,
Oh, really?
Jackson Wink is on the tour.
And then they come in and see all the walls and all that, and be like, oh wow, this is so cool. And this guy says, oh, we should have kept walls white.
I'm a fan.
always used to make fun.
I'm not a fan of clutter. I'm not a fan of clutter.
You don't understand how much it means.
He's Mr. Museum over here.
Mr. Museum.
He is.
Genghis Khan on your wall?
Yeah.
Nice. We got Genghis.
Mongolians gave it to me, and I was laughing.
Yeah.
Like,
I thought Mongolians didn't fuck with Genghis Khan. Like, of course they do, but
they're proud of that guy.
Yeah. Are they proud of him? Is
that's their leader.
No, like I'll tell you a little story.
Yeah, but he's like
he was
psychopath.
He was evil leader.
Yeah. Well, it doesn't matter because first of all, when they gave it to me, I'm like, we were ruled by Mongolia, right? Russians.
The Russians,
250 years, and I swear you want me to bow down to the guy.
Fuck this guy. You're probably related to Genghis Khan too, bro.
Probably all of us, man. One way or another, man.
The biggest conqueror in the history of the earth.
He spread the seeds, man. Everyone knows.
Bro.
But the crazy part about we had this Mongolian kid here. We used to get a lot of Mongolians come in. They still do. And one of them was like, his nickname was Soldier. And he looked like little Bruce Lee, man, straight up. And I call him like, hey, Bruce Lee. He's like, stopped me one time, and he's like, he has like this Mongolian tattoo, like going like this, and he's like, no, Bruce Lee, soldier of Genghis Khan.
Genghis Khan.
Yeah, and the way he said it, I'm like. And then you go to the room where they lived, and they had like a flag and like pictures of Genghis Khan.
Yeah, we don't know nothing about no Chinese freaking guy. Who's this Bruce Lee guy?
I mean, that was in the 1200s or something, so it's been enough time. For people
to forgive.
Forget it or whatever.
They just remember him as a conqueror with a power and strength. That he
mass murderer.
They don't remember
Seriously,
that, but they remember him conquering.
Yes.
And
there was a lot of positives from that, though, right?
You're a history guy, It's crazy to know what he did.
Silk Road and all that stuff.
He took over the world. I mean, if there were big enough boats back then, he would have not stopped there in Europe.
Across the world.
I just watched not too long ago like a Russian movie with like about Genghis Khan and like how.
Have you guys heard Dan Carlin's Wrath of the Khans?
Oh no.
You gotta listen to that shit.
Yeah.
It's about Genghis
Dan
Khan.
Carlin.
Dan Carlin.
Is that a comedian or what?
History.
History guy.
Hardcore history. Yeah, it's a podcast.
So what's your favorite topic? History topic?
History. Man, these last couple of years, I kind of been off of it for this last year or so, but I was on like a ancient Rome kick, you know.
Yeah.
That I was reading a bunch of books about ancient Rome. Recently, I don't know. I've just been kind of reading just whatever interests me. Not so much history.
Yeah, we don't talk about American history because Misha here gets all hurt. It's all wrong. American books are all wrong. They lie.
Not in that. No. I only.
There's a lot of spin.
I only get like this.
World War II.
About World War II.
Yeah.
Why?
Because he says Americans won the war. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Well,
I mean, Russia.
Go ahead. I want to hear your rebuttal.
Well, where was the war?
Because more Russians got killed.
The war was in Europe, sure.
Russia lost 20 million people. It was on our soil. America.
Yeah,
it wasn't. If it was here, I know. Then we could have had the
20
debate.
million. Yeah, you can't argue with that.
Yeah, that's Genghis Khan numbers.
It was our war
Yeah.
to win or to lose. You know, you
definitely.
helped, but you did not win.
Right. Well, there were different theaters in that war too.
Well, true. But the concentration of the whole thing was in Soviet Union.
Yeah, it's true.
Because Hitler threw everything he could that direction.
True. Yeah. Well. Yeah, that's true. I mean, he shouldn't have went to Russia in the winter, though. What was he thinking? Obviously.
But there was how long that year was? So I mean, it was 4 years, right? They were like duking it out.
Had a few winters out there.
Yeah.
Same thing with Napoleon, you know,
Napoleon
like
went
Kaiser
to Russia in the winter, trying to fuck around.
Everyone that tried to conquer Russia failed for watching.
Except for Genghis Khan.
But
he didn't go in the winter, probably though. I mean, there's no way he could go in the winter back then.
He ruled it for 200 years.
Oh, really?
So I'm sure he's seen a lot of winters.
Yeah. No, but I'm saying he probably made war in the.
Well, remember, Russia was different then. It was a week. It was not even like really
it wasn't
country.
Like, it wasn't consolidated.
It was a frozen wasteland.
It was,
Yeah, that's true. I mean, the main theater of the war was in Europe. So to say that America won it, we weren't even in it for the first part of the war.
That's
so
what I'm saying. Thank you.
Coming
from historian.
We were in it, but not directly.
Yeah.
We didn't get in directly into Pearl Harbor. Fighting with the Brits.
I could care less. I just know it makes them upset.
You just like giving them shit.
Yeah, because my grandfather fought in there. But he told me stories, and I know, he came decorated, man, like from head to toe. That's like one of those things, because you take it personally. Because my grandfather had 6 siblings. He went to war 18 years of age. Became like a captain of tank division. Comes back, his whole family was wiped out, sons and daughters and everything. He left by himself, just by himself. Yeah. Decorated medals from here to here. Imagine with like two bullets in his stomach and 1 bullet in his head. Damn. Complete contusion, man. So of course you take it personally. Like, he was fighting there, So
politics are crazy. I mean, everyone's paranoid about
Russia
right now.
It's like almost people tell they have their own history. They write their own history, and they tell their own history the way they wanted to tell it.
Revisionist history.
Yeah, the revision. That's why I always, say like, well, I wasn't there. I can't really tell you, but like there's certain things that just stand out.
Have you read the Gulag Archipelago?
I started it actually. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I haven't read it.
Scary shit.
Yeah, I heard it's crazy.
Yeah, Archipelago Gulag. Yeah, it's like
what is that?
It's called in Russian Archipelago Gulag.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like archipelago.
Yeah, archipelago. What do you say?
Archipelago.
Gulag.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, man, that place was scary, bro.
He went to Moscow with Diego a few weeks back, and it took him back home. And he was like, he came back all empowered.
I barely even got a taste of it.
You never know.
It's funny because
he came. See, I'm back on my conspiracy shit. And I know he came right when Putin came into power. You came to America. You son of a bitch.
People are so threatened by Russia, but if you think about it, their GDP is that of Italy.
Right.
I mean, it's nothing. They're broke.
My boy sent me I was doing all this worrying about Russia, and he sent me this list about Russian GDP, and they're way down there, which is crazy.
Yeah.
Considering how big they are.
Well, Putin's got all the money.
That's true too. Their economy.
His GDP is that of a
Moscow is he probably has more GDP than the United States of America just by himself.
Well, when you take away the like when you're an authoritarian, your economy suffers, right?
Yeah,
because you're not allowing people to work and make money, and when they do make money, you're appropriating their cash, so it's not good for an economy.
But no matter what they say, man, from when I left in 1990s to where it is now, he is
Night and
freaking.
day.
What he did to this country is out of this world.
Is that why everybody fucks with him over there, though?
Just, I don't know. He's a superpower.
Well, he's a dictator. I mean, he kills people. He's
people keep saying that, man. Who doesn't, man? You think fucking FBI, CIA, and all this Washington, they don't fucking do that?
That's a good point. The man's got a point.
America is in every fucking war and conflict there is on this planet Earth.
You can't have this debate with a Russian.
No,
He's always going to throw that in there.
I'm American citizen too, but I'm just saying. Look at it like why you bring it up? It's like you regurgitating the same shit that the internet trolls sitting there like, "Well, Russian, he's killer. He's this. What do you think you guys doing?
He rides a horse shirtless. He rides a horse shirtless.
Because I've seen what Moscow became. It's a freaking one of the most craziest, most amazing cities I've ever seen in my entire life.
From the days of Brezhnev and Khrushchev and those guys.
Dude, it's a freaking insane, man. I was in the street, man. There was like nothing but Bentleys, Ferraris, and Rolls Royces, like on every corner, with the most beautiful people I've seen, like in one place.
Of course, the World Cup was going on, so I guess that helped.
I was just like, holy shit! And it's clean. It's clean, and like it's like no police even there, bro.
Really?
They don't even have police. Like,
listen,
as much.
Can black people walk around in Russia? Of course. No, I'm serious. No. Listen, because my chick went there for World Championships track a few years ago, and she said that like the athletes, most of them are black, right? They weren't allowed to like walk around and stuff because
in the Red Square.
Yeah, they weren't allowed to.
It's the biggest bullshit.
Really? I don't know.
So she lied to you.
No,
there's like
somebody lied to her.
There's a bunch of black Russians now running around everywhere, man. Black people speaking Russian.
I'm sure there's not a bunch of black Russians. There's a few. Right?
There is a university where
there's more than 3. There's a bunch.
They have one university.
No, the
with
big
some black people.
The University of Patrice Lumumba, African leader. Okay? And there's so many black people, bro.
Really?
It's no problem.
It's no problem.
I gotta go with you.
We got no problem with the black people.
I don't know. I mean, you know, I'm just asking. This is what I heard. I don't know.
We'll have to go take a trip. We'll see.
It's like still people out there. Do they have toilet paper? So do they have TVs? Like people still ask.
They just have potatoes.
Like, no, we don't.
Not third world country. I mean, they have toilet paper and TV.
Yeah, but people still think that way.
Vodka.
Yeah.
That's why people gotta travel, man. Motherfuckers are dumb today, dude.
Yeah, big time.
Jesus.
You know those funny videos that they put in? They like go on the street and ask people like random questions.
Yeah,
like, what's the easiest? And they're like, it's like, who's the president or whatever.
Did you see the one where they were like, they were asking Democrats and Republicans? They were like, should we bomb Agreb? And what I'm thinking, I'm like, where the fuck is Agreb? It doesn't exist, right?
Exactly.
And people are like, yeah, I think we should.
Well, President Trump says that we should bomb so-and-so.
Right.
You think so? Well, yeah.
Yeah.
And then you ask like,
that's what it was. That's what it was.
They just used to bomb shit.
That's what it was. They would ask the Democrats, they say,
if Hillary said it, then it's
if Hillary
cool.
said it,
but if Trump said it, it's
right,
cool. Yeah,
exactly.
It just depends on who says it.
And all that like left, right, and things that like that. I don't just get it. I don't get it. What the fuck is with this left and right? And we're like,
stupid.
And then people trying to prove the fact, like whoever voted for Trump, you know, they're yelling, screaming, trying to prove everyone wrong. That look, Trump is great, and vice versa. Just fight. I mean, so far, like, why are you stopping the guy from doing good things? If he wants to do good things and make things happen, like, okay, you don't have to like him. But that's one thing I agree with. Why put freaking, like in Russia, a stick in his wheels, you know, and try to stop him from doing things? He's not going out to war or doing any things like that. The economy is great. The economy is great right now.
Well,
you know,
the economy is great. The economy is pretty good. Heading toward a large burst, I think.
The employment is way up right now.
The employment's way up, but that doesn't take into account the people that have fallen out of the workforce.
Well, up is bad.
Unemployment's down.
Employment. We said employment.
Okay.
Unemployment's down, but there's a lot of. It doesn't take into account the people that have fallen out of the workforce, like people that are unemployed and not looking for work. So
the way I see it is like, listen, I'm not a supporter. Don't get me wrong, or against. I'm just for good. You know, it's like if he's in power, there's nothing I can do to change it. Right. So why try to overthrow him, create a coup like Bo? As I was talking about, it's like people would want to rather have a revolution, and so bad things happen, right? You know, some kind of coup or whatever, than try to help the system and grow the system and make it better, because it's like, you know, you're hurting your own self and your own loved ones and your own relatives. Right. So like, why deliberately go after the guy and make if he's already in power? Like, you want to impeach him, you want to throw him off. So how's it gonna help you?
Yeah,
per
it
se.
doesn't help you at all.
No.
No, it just creates more chaos. Nothing
Exactly.
gets
Why
done.
do you want chaos? Why people sit there online and creating misery, instead of trying to create something positive and already because the guy is more concentrated on defending himself and, you know what I'm saying? Than it's actually doing something productive.
Yeah.
Or he's sitting there on Twitter and doing this shit, you know what I'm saying? So it's not that I'm pro-Trump or against.
Right.
I'm just, I want to be neutral person.
Pro America.
I'm pro-human life.
Pro-America.
I am pro-America. What do you mean? Of course I'm pro-America. I just like it to where, because people say things the right way and they don't just like sheep go in certain direction and just regurgitate same shit, not knowing what the fuck's going on.
Right.
If you don't know, why are you saying things? You know what I'm saying?
We lost all our viewers talking about some Putin and politics.
Actually, I would
5. Look, we just lost another one.
Usually 3.
Shit. Oh no, there's one back.
No, but usually with live,
those
it's
numbers
like
don't make any sense.
and then it goes up. You'll see. I'll be like, there's already 16 comments. You know how with like people they'll jump in and then jump off and then but it stays on and then people are watching.
People are working for a living,
for sure. Yeah.
Plus today's not our scheduled day. Usually
it's not.
Thursdays. But he's leaving. So.
Yeah, he's doing another project.
But you get what I'm saying.
I do get. I agree. I agree that
help your country, help your fellow people.
Yeah.
And the fact that we're getting along with Russia right now and shaking Putin's hand is a good thing.
Of course, it's a good thing. It's always good to shake hands and make things work instead of, like, they keep saying about when he met him, what he was supposed to confront him and start duking it out with him?
Well, that's what a lot of people want.
But you can be honest with the guy, though. You don't have to be like, ugh.
Yeah, but what is honesty? What's he supposed to? What he said? What's he supposed to admit? Say, yeah, my election was rigged, guys. Yeah, Putin. What the hell, man? Why'd you rig my election?
Well, I don't know. That's honestly a tough spot for Trump.
Being a
just
president is already a tough spot, man, for anyone. Just being in that shoes because you will always be screwed. It takes a lot of guts to be in power, man. Especially at that level.
No doubt.
Holy shit.
No doubt.
But I respect as long as
Well, in the eyes of a lot of people, they saw Trump as being weak. The way he stood up to Putin, he should have said flat out, it's bullcrap that you interfered with the election process. I'm not saying it was rigged for me, but that was bullshit. Don't do that crap. Period. Instead of, there's no freaking way. My intelligence people were wrong. This was all
right. That's the main thing.
Remember that video of Obama? Remember that video of Obama circulating where he said, "There's no way American election will ever be rigged. There's not even a way to even think about."
That was probably before
it was rigged.
Facebook. Well, before before
social media.
kind of people realized that you could do so much influencing over
the court of social media.
Facebook
Yeah,
it wasn't so long. Facebook's been out there for a while.
Speaking of social media, the cyborg Nunez is on fire right now. There's a cat fight on Twitter.
They're going at it. The Brazilian cat fight, huh?
Mark, pull it up.
I don't want them to be talking shit in English because they need to speak Portuguese so they can get the full brunt of those insults.
What do you think of Valentina versus
Shevchenko versus who?
Nico, the UFC champion from Albuquerque.
The other girl, the girl from across the street, Montaño. Nico, I don't think you met her.
It's the only UFC champion that doesn't.
What do you mean across the street?
The Fit NHB. There's a
I don't even know.
Tom Vaughn.
She comes into Dr. Bo every once in a while.
Anyway, she's holding the belt right now.
She's a champ.
Yeah, she's the champ for that newly created weight.
She wants the Ultimate Fighter.
15
That's not Adam.
15?
It's not Adam weight. What is that weight?
I think probably based on the strength of
Shevchenko's nasty.
Yeah, based on the strength of that division, Shevchenko's probably one of the top in that division. She went down the weight. Yeah, so she's going to be. I haven't seen a lot of. Off that show at 115.
Well, it's a newly created. It was a newly created weight class, flyweight.
What is it? 115?
Yeah,
or 20?
Was it 115?
25.
Because they had 135.
35.
Yeah, because Michelle and them are 115.
25. Okay.
What do you think of them creating an extra weight division, man? Like,
for women?
For guys, man. Well,
I would like to have a 65.
Yeah,
that would be perfect for me.
That's the one that everyone talks about.
Cowboy, said the same thing. I was like, dude, I would be all over 165 because 155 is an ordeal for me. Like, I'm fucking sucking ass.
20 pounds.
Yeah, I mean, you know, if I'm just like doing whatever the fuck I want to do and eating whatever I want to eat, I'm 195.
Walking around 190 such.
You're thick, man.
So,
You remind us. I don't know. You ever met Phil Hawes?
Yeah.
Yeah. So D1 too.
Oh yeah.
So everyone
he's a bigger than me.
Yeah, everyone says you're like smaller.
He's got
version.
big legs.
It's like him, man. It's like that's why everyone compares him to Phil Hawes because he's just built the same build. D1 collegiate freaking monster with legs.
Yeah, Phil Haas is. He's definitely got some big ass legs.
I can't believe nobody said that before me. Come on, you guys are slipping. Yeah, man, I would be all over 65. That there shouldn't be in the weight classes. It's such a common weight for a man between 55 and 70. That range. There should be something in between there.
How much you weigh now?
I don't know. I'm probably like 74, 75 after practice.
Yeah, because he's got a fight coming up.
Oh, that's right. So you kind of staying ready, right? Just
No, I'll be ready, dude. I can make weight next week. I mean, I've been here. I've been training. So look, I'm a professional. This fucking guy that I fought last time,
7 pounds overweight.
was not ready. Even though he was an alternate and he should have been. And I'm up here, my shit's in the air. I'm ready to go though. Like,
who would you be fighting if you fight?
Another one of your boys, bro.
You
already know.
You already know
who.
Yeah. Come on, who is it?
Nope. I'm sure you know him. Though. You
155?
heard. You got the intel. Islam Mamedov.
Oh, Islam Mamedov. It's not. It's Khabib's boy. It's
I'm just messing because he's Russian.
They all talk.
He's a Russian.
You know they are all colluding.
I think he's not Russian though. He's
they're Dagestani, but they're Russian citizens.
Well, the Dagestan,
is part of Russia.
Dagestan,
but
like the Andre.
They don't like to be
this, right?
The Arlovskis of the world don't claim them.
They don't like to be called Russians.
Right.
Putin doesn't claim them.
But it's hard. It's hard because it's a weird situation because they represent Russia. They fight under the Russian flag.
Sure.
They wear Russian.
All the
t-shirts.
best wrestlers. All the best Russian wrestlers are Dagestanis.
Yeah, Dagestanis and Chechens.
Satiev and Chechens.
Yeah, and then so it's kind of hard for people not to associate them to Russia if that's what they.
Timur is my favorite Dagestani.
Yeah, I just.
But they're like, was that a Soviet Union thing that when they broke away and then Putin brought them back into the fold, or
no?
Who
Dagestan was always when all that whole happened was like war with Chechnya. It was actually happening during my time.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, that's when Chechnya tried to separate itself, but then whatever happened.
Well, that whole thing with the World Cup where Conor McGregor got a meeting with Putin.
Oh, that's crazy.
But Habib didn't get to meet him, so that was it's kind of a snub to Dagestan.
Did you see about that money though?
Did you see video? Did you see video of Conor approaching Putin?
He looked so nervous. Oh yeah,
he was like.
you've never seen Conor so nervous or so bowing.
They need to fly Putin to the UFC so Conor act right.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, did you hear about the M1 Global making a deal with UFC and they'll be like the official partner?
I did not hear about that.
Yeah, it was all over the news.
We're probably going to get a lot of people
coming. I actually talked to M1. They're going to get back to me. Like I'm trying to
put them through the.
I didn't know M1 was still doing their thing.
Yeah. That's what's crazy. They came out from like because they were kind of like.
Yeah,
almost everyone was saying they were like on the downfall, you know, and then like ACB and Fight Nights taking over. And now with that news, M1 just like boom.
I heard ACB's kind of with all these like
cancellations.
Yeah, with the.
Did you hear that? What's his name posted? Jonathan Webb.
Who's that?
Jonathan Webb.
Jonathan.
Yeah, he trained with Cabo. Like he's supposed to fight. Says second time the whole card gets scratched.
Yeah, Pietro, the same guy.
Pietro's on that card.
He was supposed to be.
Really?
Yeah, he was supposed to be, but I guess they're gonna.
This is.
He was supposed to. The card was supposed to be in England, but ACB's having trouble getting their licenses and stuff with all this shit going on with the, the spy and all that, the poisoning and. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. Okay. I heard about.
Yeah, so they're having trouble doing business in England and all through Europe, I guess. So.
Well, Jason, it's been a pleasure having you on the show, man. It's always awesome getting you. It's always
an hour already.
I think we're over an hour probably.
I was having a good time.
But we're it's always cool to get you guys.
I wouldn't be able to do like 3 hours like Joe Rogan does. Now just like,
if you were getting paid Joe Rogan money,
120,000 an episode,
all day.
But you could be like, I'm podcasting today. What are you talking about?
We would have pee jugs in the corner.
Yeah. Camera this way, bro.
That's right.
You go down.
But hopefully this fight happens in New York.
Don't quit, man.
But,
I think no matter what happens to this fight, no matter what happens, you still got it, bro. Keep going, man. You fucking monster, man.
And if you throw chairs, that's just going to be your thing, man. We're with you.
Or maybe it'll bring you to WWE these days. Maybe.
I could go
you see Ken Velasquez? You see Ken Velasquez train WWE?
We got your back, man.
Wink has your back.
Wink, yeah.
Appreciate it, man.
Whole MMA community is pissed because it makes no sense. They don't want to be wrong. But you don't have to be wrong. You just have to be neutral.
Yeah, the commission.
You don't have to be wrong. It's like it doesn't make you
stubborn.
Because most of the time you see like it happened with Yana and it happened with like Celine, kind of separate situations. Like, you ever seen Celine Haga? You know Celine, right? Our girl. You know where she choked out the girl in the third round. Literally, like they stopped the fight. The girl was sleeping. Okay. And they give her.
Well, the bell went off.
The bell went off.
They didn't stop the fight. The bell went off, and the girl was out.
And then,
I think I do remember this.
And it was all over the news too. Like everyone, all the MMA media outlets were talking about.
They wake her up,
and they see like when
she's choking. They went to decision,
and then
she went to decision.
And she won.
Even they saw like a couple seconds.
Did they wake her up, or did she like wake up on her own?
No, well, either way.
I don't know what it
was.
Either way,
she was asleep. And even they show like a couple seconds before the bell, you see her going limp.
Yeah.
So she was out. Just Rev didn't stop the fight, and then the
bell goes
and then
off.
he gives she appeals it, and they don't overturn. But then you have Yana when she fought what's her name, Evinger, and Evinger, because what happened in that fight, you know who Yana is, right? Tanya Evinger. Yeah,
she's from actually my area.
Yeah,
she's from Kansas
so
City.
Yana fighting her first fight, it's title fight. So Yana gets her in an armbar, and then Evinger steps on Yana's face. Right on the face, and Rev moves her, and as the Rev moves her, because don't step on the face or whatever.
You can step on the face,
I guess.
though, right?
I don't remember what happened exactly. So and then.
Oh no, she stepped on her neck.
I
remember this.
Okay, maybe
I remember this.
And at that moment, she loses the fight with the armbar. She appeals and she gets overturned. So, but usually they say most commissions they will never overturn fights because whatever it is done is done. Same thing with when Holly fought what's her name, Gerandamy. Two blows after the bell. No points taken away, a loss, even though it was supposed to be a win. Right. They don't care. They don't overturn it.
It doesn't make. That's what I don't understand. It doesn't make it. It doesn't make as a commission. You don't lose credibility if there's a mistake made and then you go back and correct it. Exactly. You actually get more credibility if you do that. Right?
So I don't think they get that. They want to.
You lose credibility by fucking standing your ground on bullshit calls.
Yeah, exactly. I agree 100%. It's like almost the sport is not moving forward. It's actually it makes no sense. If you fix that, same thing with judging too. It's like there's so many bad calls, like by far, and like almost every event you look at.
Quick, Nick, you got a comment? What happened?
Yeah, just to finish on a positive, fun note. Fun fact history from Jason High. What is something you can drop knowledge on us?
Me?
Drop some knowledge.
Drop some knowledge. Oh my gosh, I hate being put on the spot. Give me a subject.
Jason High'ism.
Maybe American history?
American history. FBI killed Fred Hampton. FBI.
Fred Hampton. Who's Fred
Hampton?
Stuck with that.
Fred Hampton was
this guy?
Was a leader of the Black Panthers in Chicago. The FBI.
Shit. When was this?
This was in the 60s.
Oh, shit. Okay.
The FBI had a informant in his organization. The informant told the police the layout of his apartment. The police raided his apartment on false pretenses. Went and killed him right next to his pregnant wife.
Oh,
girlfriend.
Jesus.
Oh, is that what you were looking for? Probably not.
Something maybe happened.
That's not light at all.
That's random.
I don't know.
Like Kansas City, Missouri has the largest.
Kansas City, Missouri has more fountains than Rome.
I subscribed.
Really?
Yes.
I subscribed to HBO yesterday.
No wonder it's so damn humid.
And I watched a movie with Tom Cruise.
Did you? Jerry Maguire?
No, the one where he was a pilot. Did you watch it?
Oh, Top Gun?
No. The America.
I loved it.
That was a great movie.
It was a great freaking movie.
Made in America.
Yeah. Did you see
it?
Good
One.
Yeah.
About he was making big deal with Nogueira.
what's the guy's
with
fucking
Noriega.
Escobar.
Yeah, with
Barry
Seal.
Seal. Yeah, that was a good movie.
Dude, he had so much money, he didn't know where to stick it, man. Oh my God, he was
that was a crazy movie.
digging stuff and freaking burying money. It was in the closet. It was like,
it's a true story.
True story.
Yeah,
there's
true
some
story.
shit in there that's not true. Like
American Made.
when he killed his was that his brother-in-law. That was not.
Yeah, that was a made-up thing.
yeah.
But yeah, that was a good movie. That was a pretty decent little movie about Barry.
He didn't
Seal.
kill him though. It was a couple.
Well, that whole thing didn't happen.
Pablo Escobar, El Chapo, that whole freaking.
When's there gonna be a good movie about El Chapo though?
There's a TV series about it.
Is there really?
It's pretty
you haven't
cool.
watched it on Netflix?
Oh, it's
on
awesome.
Netflix?
It's two seasons.
God,
It's two
bro.
seasons.
Yo, I guarantee I won't see you for the next 3 days, bro.
what is it called?
Yeah,
It's called El Chapo. Yeah,
Chapo.
it's on Netflix. It's
Dude,
on Netflix.
it's one of those shows. Like for me, I after we saw Narcos and Mark told me go watch El Chapo, I say Narcos is a great show. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, Narcos
But
is good.
it's got nothing on El Chapo.
Really?
It's got nothing on El Chapo.
The actor they got for it is
Jesus
perfect.
Christ.
It's
a lot of subtitles, but still, Jesus.
It's all subtitle. Yeah.
There's another.
You gotta watch this.
Like you guys know what those novellas are?
Oh yeah, the novellas
there's
that
one
go for
on
years. They go for years.
Right. There's one about
The
Pablo
Mexican.
Escobar that's really popular. It's called El Patron del Mal. or
Yeah,
something like that,
yeah,
on
yeah.
Netflix.
Yep.
It's really popular. And
My
that actor,
roommate-
Have you watched Peaky
roommate
Have you
watches
watched
that
Peaky
stuff.
I haven't
Blinders?
watched Peaky Blinders.
Oh my
I heard
God,
that was
bro.
good too, though.
By far, probably the best show ever.
Is that
made.
like a
Tell me?
what's that?
Peaky Blinders is
Peaky
good.
Blinders.
It is
English
good.
crime or
It's
something?
the Irish.
Irish.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
the Irish.
It's Irish English
underworld.
theme type of thing.
Okay.
Dude,
Was like mafia, like
Yeah.
that type of thing.
Yeah, it's their mafia.
my
It takes
son already,
place in the
my
40s.
son already rewatched the whole second
Yeah.
time. I'm gonna rewatch it again. They got Adrian Brody there.
Really?
Yeah, they got Tom Hardy.
Yeah, it's an
Oh,
all-star,
shit.
all-star cast.
It will
yeah.
blow you.
Huh.
I gave it to Dom Waters, and Dom posted one time, hey, what's good show to watch? And I said Peaky Blinders.
Yeah.
He came up to me, Mish. Oh my God, I can't stop.
Yeah.
I can't stop. Yo,
I actually just started watching
watch
some. I'll check it out.
on Netflix. This two.
Some Roman
Start with
show.
Peaky Blinders.
Oh yeah,
El
no,
Chapo
I'll check
and
it out.
Peaky
El Chapo
Blinders.
and Peaky Blinders. So I forget what it's called, but it's got. It's more like a history show, Rome something.
Yeah, it's on Netflix too.
Yeah,
Is it
I
good?
forget what it's called. It's all right.
It's about
You know,
the whole Roman Empire
Yeah, it's
thing.
about Marcus Aurelius and that.
Yeah.
That
It's like Spartacus or no? Bloody?
No, it's not like. It's more Spartacus is more
was crazy, man.
stylized.
Yeah,
you know?
that thing was
more
Yeah,
CGI.
brutal.
Yeah, Spartacus was all right.
I
The
like
first few
Spartacus.
seasons, it was pretty good, I thought, but then it kind of just.
With Peaky
you know,
Blinders, when you watch a couple episodes because it starts slow. I actually started it once and
I
I
think
didn't get.
I started
I
it once
started
too.
when he's
actually.
riding on the
yeah.
horse and
Yeah,
stuff,
and I was like,
and
this is
it-
fucking boring.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was.
I
Dude.
turned it off.
It will blow your knockers over.
Really?
Watch
All right,
that
yeah,
show.
Yeah, just skip
watch
the
it.
first show and then.
No,
No,
just
I
watch
gotta-
the
I need
beginning.
that.
Watch for first, second, third, and you'll be done.
Yeah, you'll be
Okay.
hooked. It's
Yeah,
one of those
I'll beat
shows.
that.
Yeah.
Dude, they actors and it's just insanely good show.
Another true story of the history of Ireland's start, I guess. IRA and all that fun stuff.
Oh yeah.
I'll watch it again. Actually.
But on that note, thanks guys for tuning in. Appreciate you.
energy,
Thanks to our
thanks, man.
sponsors, Body Armor.
Back to training.
Thank you, Fire Team Fit, and Results RNA. You guys are very kind to us, and we appreciate you. And,
Yeah, we're getting so many sponsors lately, man.
It's awesome.
Guess, they
Yeah.
like us somehow, right? I mean, we're doing something.
we are cool. We got these cool guests.
What's you guys'
they wanna be
viewership
part
like?
of it.
Huh?
if you don't
We
mind
get
me
decent
asking?
We're all over the
Yeah.
place. Yeah, this
Yeah.
depends on
How
where they
many
watch it on
numbers we get a
YouTube.
show? Because the shows get saved too, and people are watching it. We cut up clips.
We don't want to give
Are
you
you
our
on
secret
iTunes?
numbers.
Yeah, iTunes,
Yeah.
Spotify.
Google Play.
Oh yeah, actually, I subscribed to Spotify yesterday. And I pulled this up. It was there. It was
Nice.
fun
Nice,
to
nice.
listen.
That's
so.
cool.
Nice.
That's funny. Not watching us,
We
not seeing
didn't
us,
fight.
just listening. It's not bad.
Nice.
Yeah, I kind of like those podcasts because you can
What did
listen.
we get a
You
show?
can multitask.
10,000 views.
10,000. Nice.
Oh yeah.
No wonder you guys are
Yeah.
getting sponsors.
I'm telling you.
Getting 10,000 views.
Hey, come
Because
on.
with Twitter,
We blame you.
Instagram,
Guests like you.
Facebook, YouTube
They see your
Live.
picture on the wall. They say, "Man, this is
And
legit
those little
shit."
numbers, they don't mean nothing because later it gets
it's
shared
it's
and
live,
viewed.
for sure.
Because not a lot of people just sit their life. And watch.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, thanks, Jason. We'll see you.
Yeah.
See you soon.
Hey, make
see
sure you guys
next
check
camp.
out the Trap House Variety Hour.
Definitely go
on
support his
iTunes, yeah.
podcast because
We will.
that's cool.
Yeah, for sure.
When he's home after his fight, he'll be back on his podcast and
For sure.
having fun.
All right.
Give us a plug.
100%. Yeah, no
See
doubt.
ya.
No doubt.
See ya. See you soon.
Bye, guys.
Through these doors walk the greatest fighters in the world.